Thank you, Jesse. Thank you very much. My name is Craig Powell. I'm the Vice President of the Sacramento Taxpayers Association, and I'm also the President of ION Sacramento, which is a local government watchdog and policy organization. First, I want to address some property tax issues that are going to rear this ugly head if the city proceeds with this. Right now, under state law, property taxes and valuations, assessments, are based on the highest and best use. Now, there's a statute that protects single-family homes that says, hey, if you're zoned for single-family homes, the county assessors can only assess the value based on that, not on its value as a potential rental or a potential multifamily building. The moment this city repeals single-family zoning, then that protection under state tax law is gone. And what will happen is county assessors will start assessing the value of your home based on its potential use as a multifamily property, which is greatly higher than what it is as a single-family dwelling. So it'll open the door for assessors, counties all across the state to start raising the assessments to the value of a property as a multifamily dwelling, because that's what this allows. It allows the creation of up to 6 rental units on a particular parcel, which is currently limited to single-family housing. Now, there's been no publicity or public analysis of this, but that's the sleeper tax bomb that we will be facing if this proceeds, this upzoning and elimination of single-family zoning goes forward. Now, I want to talk about a couple of other things. I'm a lifelong Sacramento resident, and I remember when council candidates ran for office on a platform of protecting Sacramento neighborhoods. It wasn't so long ago that our candidates offered and promised to protect our neighborhoods. This proposal is an attack on neighborhoods. If you spent your life investing in your home and have worked hard to acquire that, to hold on to it, the last thing you want is to have a sixplex built next door to you. You don't want that. You bought into a single-family neighborhood. Yet that's exactly what this will happen. You could have sixplexes on either side of your home. You could have, as was mentioned, elimination of available street parking. You can have shrinkage of the tree canopy because the whole lot is going to be given over to building. and that is the potential. Now, what's the promise of this upzoning? Well, the city in its staff reports and other public pronouncements promised that somehow this is going to increase income diversity in Sacramento neighborhoods or racial diversity in Sacramento neighborhoods. So we filed a public records request with the city of Sacramento and asked them for the evidence. What's the proof? Where are the studies that show that this elimination of single-family zoning is going to lead to increased racial diversity in our neighborhoods or a diversity of income? And they were obligated by law to provide their research because that's what they've been promising would happen. So we wanted to know, what were they basing it on? They responded that they have no such studies, no such research. In other words, they made a bald, false claim without backing it up at all. And when we looked at the tiny number of cities across the country who actually did this, repealed single-family dwelling, we found that it had no impact whatsoever on increasing racial diversity or income diversity in neighborhoods. Finally, I want to talk about what Jesse was talking about and amplifying on his comments, and that is the threat of gentrification. One of the biggest social problems we have today is wealth disparity. The typical white family has about 10 times or more the wealth of an African American family. Now, why is that? Principally because of the disparity between whites and African Americans on home ownership. Home ownership is the ticket and the key to building wealth and creating intergenerational wealth. Well, the Great Recession of 2009 wiped out a lot of wealth, a lot of home ownership, and particularly in communities of color. What this proposal will do is it will increase property values in poorer neighborhoods, neighborhoods of color, because a multifamily property has a heck of a lot higher potential value than a single-family dwelling. So it's going to drive up property values. That will increase pressure to buy up these single-family homes, convert them to multifamily sixplexes, and thereby deprive these neighborhoods and the people who live in them the opportunity to build wealth. The city should be doing the opposite. The city should be focusing on increasing home ownership opportunities in communities of color. And there are ways to do that. There's ways to do it. Council candidate Chris Jones will talk about one of them. But to do this thing, to do this action, which drives a stake into the heart of African American, Hispanic, and other minority communities by attacking their ability to hold on to their homes or to acquire homes. And that is a social travesty. Thank you.